Hi, this is David with entry number 192. Excuse me for 1 second. Just putting on some shoes. Slippers. I'm gonna choose to address something here that has been a little bit perturbing for me for the day, and that would be recently on last Saturday, 4 days ago, Saturday Night Live Korea, which is essentially the same show, just with Korean actors or comedians, debuted a new clip wherein they showed a supposed Korean adoptee searching for his family. And the humor was derived through miscommunications and mispronunciations and overall making fun of the fact that here was a poor sap looking for his family and for some reason he can't communicate with them. You know, I've been reading, my two friends, Pat and Joaquin, posted the video, and I've been reading the comments. I commented on both of them, and if you really are hungry for what I said, you can probably find that. But essentially, yes, I was offended by the fact that Korea thought it was a good idea to do something that was clearly in poor taste. Saturday Night Live Korea has actually gotten into some hot water previously because of their boneheadedness and lack of any kind of cultural sensitivity towards those who are not Korean. In one of my my comments I left on, I think, Pat's page, the big problem with Asia is that they don't have any kind of sense of cultural sensitivity or racial sensitivity, for that matter. In America, you know, a lot of people could say a lot of bad stuff, and I would agree with them about how we're too politically correct. But on the same token, that doesn't mean you should be just completely haphazard with what you say. In America, there's a couple subjects that I think are completely taboo, and you would never laugh at them. One is making fun of black people, African Americans, making fun of Native Americans, which is to a lesser extent because of teams like the Chiefs, the Redskins, and all that. And I think the Florida University, or whichever one is in Tallahassee, still has a horrendously racist chant where they pretend to throw like a tomahawk or something, and it's, you know, it shouldn't be stood for, but it still does. But black people, really, you can't really make fun of them, and the caveat being unless you're black. To some extent, in the recent years, other minorities have been able to make fun of black people, but it still is very awkward to watch, and it can go south very quickly. In Asia, basically it's no holds bar against the Japanese if you're not Japanese, or Koreans if you're not Korean, or Chinese if you're not Chinese. That means that you see, like, even in Korea, there's a lot of, well, actually in Asia and in Korea, there's a lot of institutionalized racism, which means you have racism rampant that runs through essentially the whole foundation of the country. That means you have it in governmental buildings, schools, churches. It's really quite rampant. Institutionalized racism is one of the more nefarious, and if not the most nefarious type of racism, because it actually can hold people back from exceeding in their life pretty drastically. It's not like where if you live in Mississippi and you get called, you know, an N-word, you can just leave Mississippi. If it's built into the foundation of your country, then it's a bit harder to do. And so what I have to say to people who think that something like what SNL Korea did is acceptable is that if you think that cultural insensitivity on that level is acceptable, then you really should rethink the way you look at things in life, because there is a point where comedy, no matter where it's focused, can be offensive. And sure, you could argue First Amendment and stuff, but you're not in America, you're in Korea. And Korea definitely has censored culture, so that argument goes away. You can argue, oh, like, it's just in the sense of humor, well, you will find that there will be one button that will compress you, that will press one button that someone's humor will press, and then what will you say? You know, you might think you don't have it, but you do. You will have something that offends you. You know, to be honest, I don't care about my birth family at all, so I'm not really that interested. I had no dog in that fight, but it's still, I'm offended for the people who want to look for their family, want to look for their parents, their siblings, and I'm offended as someone who's racially Korean, and to see your people of your race act like such buffoons, like such idiots, like such crass jagaloons is just, it's sad to the point of offense. Basically, you know, if you feel like really strongly about this and want to debate me, feel free to leave a comment in this video, because it's unacceptable, and quite frankly, Saturday Night Live Korea should either get a whole new cast or be removed from television, at least for a little bit, or at least fined. I know it won't happen, but you know, just an idiotic thing to do, to especially to people who you know who are racially yours, and just to insult them like that is beyond scope. Yeah, it makes me sad. Makes me really sad to see how stupid some of these people are that live here. Asia's a great place, a great area, a great continent or whatever, but it does have a lot of faults, and those faults can be drastic, very drastic. So yeah, teaching though was good today. I did it by myself. Kindergarten was a bit of a clustercluck, but you know, it'll iron out pretty well. 5th, 6th combo was really fun, and I think they all really enjoyed the class, which I was happy about. You know, when you, I just am rethinking now kind of things I said in this video, and I agree with everything I said. I'm just thinking about how it's so rare, and this is going to sound like blowing smoke up my own ass, but how rare is it to hear someone speak so well without a script and without stuttering and saying and you know, it's really something. This is a tangent, but it's really something when you can't really convey, when you live in a society that is unable to convey its point to the point where you have to use texting or speaking in a way that is ineffective to the point you can't have a normal conversation anymore. It's really quite sad, and I know I just said but it is just quite sad, and I did it again, but I won't slip into it. Thanks for watching. Again, if you feel that you disagree or whatever with what I said before about Saturday Night Live Korea, then please, I'd be anxious to debate someone on a sorry about that, they're doing some stuff downstairs. I'd be interested to debate someone on a philosophical or just a ethical level. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye.